Shockingly, 80% of Native people have experienced sexual abuse. Dan Wallace is a traditional artist who is voicing his concern about this alarming trend.
Things that were accepted when we were growing up as children. The abuse that we had to suffer, being left in the lobby of some kind of old stink bar, and we're kids all waiting out in the lobby for our parents to go in and drink. We'd be left there all day. The aftermath of any kind of anger and stuff like that, and usually us kids, well, namely me, would end up getting beaten up by some drunk adults. The beats that I would get, they weren't the typical kind of beatings. A wooden spoon being broken over my backside was nothing. I laugh it off and go, is that it? It got to points where there was cast iron frying pans, crutches, serious abuse. My mother really was abusive to me, extremely. My mom suffered a lot through residential school abuse. We were taught how to hate. We were taught how to be ashamed. We were taught how to be angry. And this is the teachings of residential school. You were taught to also hurt and be violent. Because it was so deeply ingrained in her and how she was raised in residential school, that anything that we had to do as traditional people, we were heathen, we were evil, we were dirty, things like that. And it made her feel that way. I guess you can look back in history and, understand, that this was a plan. This was a plan that came from the government to totally disrupt family, threaten the parents to go to jail if your kids don't go to our school. And they discovered that, they're not going to be able to wipe out the Indians, so to speak, so let's destroy their spirit, let's break their hearts, let's take away something that they believe in and impose our own belief system. As I discovered throughout the years, I thought every Indian kid pretty much had it like me. Had it really rough, grew up with a lot of alcoholism, a lot of physical, mental, sexual abuse. And I've had to go through some personal healing and a lot of self-discovery to really understand that had a serious effect on my life. And this is a general statement too for a lot of our people that, we've been abused so much that we suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome. I guess one of the other things that really sort of hurt our people even more is the lateral violence. Our own people hurting each other. This was accepted, 25 years ago, publicly. Like smacking a kid and anything else like that. Kids getting sexually abused. This, it was okay, and it was always put on the, back burner because the predator was the one who basically ruled the house. I think it should come out more. Anybody who's a predator, it needs to be recognized that person is a predator, and I think the secrets need to stop. If there's any form of any kind of sexual abuse or physical abuse at all, that needs to be spoken about, and our people need to be made to feel comfortable. There's a lot of our own people that are sitting in positions of power, even culturally, politically, who do not deserve to be sitting where they're sitting because they are predators. And I have no fear in confronting these people. And I think at the same time, if I can show that I have no fear in confronting these people, not only as a traditional hereditary chief and leading by example in that area, that I want our people to actually start doing the same thing. And we need to start taking care of our own people. I'll never sing with this one particular individual again because he's a predator. And the irony out of it is, when I called this particular person out, it got turned back to me as if I was the one that did the crime, that did the hurting of individuals. They are predators, and they need to watch out, because there's people like me that are coming for you, and they're going to call you out because you have no right to be there at all. And our people need to see stronger people willing to stand up against people like that, because you don't have no right to be there at all.